Welcome back to the channel, guys. This is Joshua Lead and Iron. Today's video is the Elgato FaceCam. It is the 4K version, the new one that came out. I think it's on sale for $199 at the time, so around $200. We do have another 4K camera that came out around this time, and I think theirs is like $159. What we're going to do today is do a head-to-head and see if the extra $50 is worth it. I'm not going to tell you which one is the FaceCam and which one is the Pixy. We'll put it side by side or one clip after another. Let you decide, and eventually I'll show you which one is which. So just a little bit about this camera. It does have a way that you can screw on like filters onto the lens. It'll work with 49 millimeter like ND filters or rings that you can use to place the Elgato prompter on. The Elgato prompter sucks. I did part of this video trying to use the Elgato prompter. That's neither here or there. This is about the cameras, and I want to show you if it is worth it for you to spend an extra $50 somewhere else. What came in this box was just the camera itself, the nice nylon braided, it was like a nylon braided C to C, USB-C to USB-C, which I think is a lot better than having a USB-C to USB-A braided cord. I don't have a lot of stuff that takes USB-A anymore. Like all my things that are portable and stuff are USB-C or Thunderbolt. I have to use adapters to take USB-C to USB-A. With that said, I think it's better to have an adapter to go to A than it would be to go to C. Well, that was really confusing. The next thing that came in this box, I have it here, is this. It is the Elgato, I guess, base that you put your camera on. And it gives you a whole bunch of different little positions that you can put this camera on, like your monitor or your laptop. And it's alright, but it's all plastic. All of it's plastic. The one you get from the EMEET Pixy is not coming apart. Oh, it's because I'm doing it wrong. Do it right and it'll work. So it does the exact same thing, but it's all metal. It's weighted enough so it's not going to move real easily. Sometimes you get USB-C cords that are really stiff. Also, this camera does have a little gimbal on it so you can move it around. The Elgato 4K camera does not. Though there are some places in the actual Elgato, I don't want to call it studio, it's like the app, the Camera Hub app. Okay, the Camera Hub app. After I updated the firmware and stuff, I had a heck of a time trying to get that to open. And to change all the camera settings and the filters and stuff like that on the Elgato 4K cam, you need the camera app open, the Camera Hub app. And for some odd reason, it just would not work. It would not work. I've left it plugged in overnight. I tried to come back, a couple hours, couple minutes later, and it's still, I don't know what the deal was, but once I got it working, I was like, okay, I gotta hurry up and make this video. So I don't know what's going on with their apps and their quality and all that other stuff, but there's been like a slight degrade of quality coming out of Elgato. I don't know what's going on. It is what it is. That's how I see it, and I think a lot of people are also seeing it. Now, the picture I get out of this is really good. It's a nice, I don't want to say like it's super crisp. Like the EMEET was crisp. The Elgato one's a little like more flat maybe. I mean, it still looks good. These are the two I'm going to show you are right out of the box. There's no filters. There's nothing's changed on it. This is what you expect coming out of the box. You can make almost anything look good when you put filters on or when you change the color on stuff. You can make almost anything look real decent. What I want to show you is what you get out of the box. That way you know what to expect and what you have to do to get the look you want. Or even if it's worth spending an extra $50 for a camera. The extra $50 still kind of bothers me because the housing and everything around the Elgato 4K cam, the face cam, is plastic as well. Everything on that is plastic, obviously than the glass. There's nothing that makes it feel super quality. The image coming out of it, I think it looks all right. And you be the judge for yourself. You figure out which one is which. But there is a difference in quality, and I see it. And all I have is the sun and the lights behind me. My light is, this is what I call the sun, is my diffused, I guess, studio lighting, because it's bright. I would say it was easy to hook up out of the box. You plug it in, you plug the USB-C in the back, route it, for my case, it's the MacBook Pro. Plug it in. You're supposed to open the camera app and it should work, or the camera hub app. But I had a heck of a time. And then it asked me to enable virtual camera and all this other things. I don't know what's going on there. The last FaceCam I had didn't do stuff like this, so I don't. It worked really well. What I think you should know about this camera. This is supposed to work with the Stream Deck. You can zoom into you, like if you want like something surprising or something. You can use the dials on the Stream Deck to do a close-up, to draw it back, things like that. Shut it off. And that's really cool if you are in the Elgato like ecosystem. Like if you have their lights, you can control their lights through it, your camera through the Stream Deck, turn things on and off, stuff like that. Just kind of like Apple, like Apple's ecosystem. Everything is supposed to work together, and then sometimes there's hiccups. Now, this does come with this app, and it doesn't give you as much as the EMEET Pixy does. So the EMEET Pixy has like its own like studio. You can change color, you can write scripts, you can set, pan, tilt, zoom positions and when they happen. And I think you can get a few of them working together, which I think you can with this as well. I think, but with the Pixy, you can get a few working together and then sync them all together. The Camera Hub app on here lets you change color in real time. That way you can tell if that's something that you want. Like to me, this is me spilling the beans here now, which one is which. I look kind of green, like in the picture of the Elgato FaceCam Pro. And I don't know if I'm green, but I doubt it. Normally I look really red. Like you can tell my skin is kind of red a little bit. But as I go through these like LUTs that come with the camera hub, you see like the changes. It's nice that you're able, that's another thing, is you can upload your own LUT. So if you create a look you want, you can actually do it and place it on in real time through the camera hub app. I think that's really cool. You can do the intensity, you can lower it. I mean, there's different things you can do within the effects of the camera hub app. Another thing that you can do with Elgato FaceCam. Now this only depends if you have NVIDIA, like if you have an NVIDIA GPU. You can actually take the background out of your like setting and like key it out. I think that's a really cool, like you have to have like a really beefy GPU though, because it does take a lot of GPU to do it. So like it would just be me sitting in front of nothing else behind me, nothing around me. It's just me, and then like the video game that you're doing or whatever you're looking or whatever you're working on. You can do that with an NVIDIA app with the Elgato. I think you can do that within the camera hub as well with NVIDIA, but with NVIDIA you're able to do that with pretty much just any cam. But just know that it takes a lot of GPU to do that. And just like the ePixy, you can change the color, the contrast, the saturation and stuff within this and save it. But it's just like all the same. It's the same camera hub app that you use for the old Elgato FaceCams and all the other Elgato FaceCams. It's the same app. So you're able to do those same things. I just want you to see the picture quality, which one's better, which one you feel is better actually. Just know that whichever one you choose, you can change the color, you can fine tune it to how you want it to look. And updates, I don't know if updates, like change the color, but updates have done some weird things to all my machines. So that's how I take that with a grain of salt. So the one that is more zoomed out is the EMEET Pixy. I think the color is just a little bit better on the EMEET Pixy than the Elgato 4K. It's more crisp. I think it's a little clearer. Like the Elgato 4K looks a little fuzzy. And this was just out of the box. I haven't done anything to it. So yeah, I can fine tune it. But both of these are just what you would expect to get out of the box. It looks more clear on my EMEET Pixy than it does on the Elgato 4K cam. And I'm guessing maybe the exposure is just a little bit more on the EMEET Pixy. And this Elgato 4K, I don't know if I'm not feeding it enough light. I don't have anything connected to it. This is just its lens. Like before, I had the Elgato prompter on it, and it looked the same. Now, you know, head to head, I think I like the ePixy more, the EMEET Pixy. I feel like it's more detailed. I feel it's more color accurate, and for an extra $50, you don't get a microphone on the Elgato FaceCam. I use a dedicated mic, so that necessarily doesn't matter to me if I'm at home. If you're doing content and stuff on the go, then maybe you're going to care of if it has microphones or not. Like the EMEET Pixy has a 3-mic array on the top that work pretty decent actually, and the Elgato 4K FaceCam does not. Mind you, you're paying $50 extra for the Elgato. Yeah, look green. I don't know. That was weird. Bottom line is, it's going to be preference. A lot of people just like Corsair, just like Elgato, just like Apple, just like, you know, Android or whatever, or Samsung, I should say. It's because that's what they have everything of. And I get that, because I'm like that with Apple. It works together, it's cohesive, and when you have everything that works together like that, it's simplicity. I think the camera differences speak for themselves. And if I were to be buying a webcam, I would probably go with the EMEET Pixy. And I think it's $159 if I'm not mistaken, somewhere around there. I'll put the links of both of these in the description below. Yeah, it just looks, from where I'm sitting anyway, it looks clearer. I think I get a better picture with the EMEET Pixy. Like, it looks more dense. Yeah. Elgato looks a little bit more fuzzy. Was it the camera that you thought it was going to be? Let me know in the comments below. This is just about everything you need to know about the Elgato 4K cam. If you have any other questions, put those in the comments. If I can't answer it, maybe there's somebody in the comments that know or has experienced your same issue, so maybe they can also help answer. So yeah, put those in the comments below. I'm liking the ePixy more, the EMEET Pixy more, and that's kind of surprising because I thought I was going to like the Elgato more. You know what, this is what I'll do. I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to record this. So that's the Elgato. That's the EMEET Pixy. I don't know. I think the EMEET Pixy is actually doing better. It's doing a better job. So I have one connected to my iPad, one connected to my MacBook. That way there is a side-by-side of me actually saying the same thing, and two different devices, so one device wasn't favored over another. Anyway, if you have any other questions, ask those in the comments below. I'll answer them as best as I can. But this was a Elgato 4K FaceCam, the new Elgato 4K FaceCam, versus the EMEET Pixy 4K PTZ. And I think I have to give it to the EMEET Pixy. It's kind of surprising. Just to show you that just because of price and maybe a bigger company doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to get a better quality product. Here's to prove it. I think the EMEET looks a lot cleaner, more detailed. And the Elgato, it looks good. Don't get me wrong. It looks good. But if I were to spend $160 versus $200, I'd probably pick the EMEET Pixy. It just looks better. That's my preference. Doesn't mean it has to be your preference. I just want to bring this to you guys so you guys can see the difference between the two. Hopefully this video helped you in any way, shape, or form. But I gotta go because my back